Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm George Venn with your latest headlines. The 100 men's and women's cricket teams have announced which players they have retained ahead of this year's competition. Men's Test players Joe Root and Ben Stokes have both been retained, and Jofra Archer is set to feature for the first time for champions Southern Brave. After withdrawing from last year's competition due to COVID-19 travel restrictions, Australians Elise Perry and Alicia Healy are set to play in the women's competition. For more cricket news, tune in to our 3:30 Bulletin when we are joined live by Adam Oliver from the Isle of Wight, where he is speaking to the head of New Close Cricket Club. US Soccer now and the US women's national team have reached a settlement to end their 6-year fight over equal pay. The players will share $24 million in payment from the federation, and have been promised that pay between both the men and women's national teams will be equalised. UEFA are considering moving this season's Champions League final away from St. Petersburg amid the tensions between Russia and Ukraine. There are fears of potential invasion after Russia sent troops into eastern Ukraine. The final is set to take place on the 28th of May, which rules out Wembley Stadium due to it hosting both the Championship and League Two playoffs on the same weekend. Wales and the Republic of Ireland women's national teams face off at 2:30 this afternoon in the Pinatar Cup third-place playoff. Both sides failed to make the final after defeats against Belgium and Russia respectively. Tune in to our 3:30 Bulletin where football correspondent George Rees-Julian will join us to talk about the game. Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury have finally signed a fight contract just 6 hours before today's 6 p.m. deadline. Fury was ordered to defend his WBC title against Whyte 75 days ago, 2 months after knocking out Deontay Wilder in his last bout. The fight is expected to take place at Wembley in what should be Fury's first time back on home soil since 2015. World number 3 Alexander Zverev has won the latest finishing tennis match in the sport's history. Zverev beat Jenson Brooksby in 3 sets, with the match finishing at 4:55 a.m. in Mexico, beating the previous record finish of 4:34 a.m. at the 2008 Australian Open. And the beginning of Formula One's new era continues today as more teams hit the track in Barcelona. Several teams have already been out, as getting as much track time as possible is crucial with what is due to be the biggest rules reset in the sport's history. Pre-season testing officially starts tomorrow in Catalonia. England forward George Creese has announced via social media that he is set to retire from rugby at the end of the season to focus on his business commitments. The 32-year-old has won 45 caps for England and has said that he's looking to replicate his international standard off the field with his health and wellness brand 4-5. That's all for now. Come back for more at 3:30.